morning, good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of joydrive. Today we have an FD RX7, Japanese import, none of this Australian rubbish. I'm kidding, that's going to ignite all the Australian RX7 owners, I apologise. So we're going to have to take a look at this car, obviously, and we're going to see why it's such an icon. At the moment it's going through a revival, you could say, with TJ Hunt. For some reason he's finally got his shit together and he's building quite an incredible one actually. Mad Mike has brought them up to fame as well. We're going to go see personally and obviously chat to the owner as well. He's owned it for 12 months, he's going to know way more than I do. And see why it's such an icon. I mean, you just have to look at it. Look at it, don't look at me. Look at it. Oh, so yeah, let's go take a look, take it for a drive. Insurance said yes, a little bit pumped about that. Let's go. And just quickly before I jump into this video, if you do enjoy what you see, hit that subscribe button. Why don't you just hit it right now? I'll just chill here for a little bit. You just subscribe button. Should we get started with the video? Let's go. Yeah, RX7, pretty much stocko. Got some RS springs on it, for those that knows what an FD RS is. But yeah, pretty much stock. It's obviously got the facelift front end, the much cooler front end. For anyone that doesn't know, these bumpers are worth like a lot of money on the second-hand market. Good bumper. But yeah, it's pretty damn clean. Obviously, front bumper is always in WA gonna have a mark on it. Mine is destroyed. But otherwise a good car. So these were made properly famous by a cartoon called Initial D. If you haven't seen or heard of Initial D, I strongly recommend you go check it out. It's a cartoon about a guy who, how best to explain this, he delivers tofu to people that are in the hills in Japan. He has a hatchback 86. Someone's going to correct me on that. It might be a notch, it might be a hatch. Anyway, he's got an 86 anyway, it doesn't really matter. In one of the iconic races, he's racing an RX7. I say racing, he's drifting with an RX7 in the hills, and that kind of helped rocket these to stardom. They have a rotary in them, which gets a lot of stick. So let's talk about that quickly, shall we? So they get a lot of shit, and for the wrong reasons. Now, yes, if you don't look after them, you have to rebuild them, but that's not always the case. Good servicing structure, make sure you know what you're doing with them. They're not a normal piston engine motor. Don't think that you can do the same shit. You can't. Drive them as hard, but look after them. It's really annoying when people are like, oh, they're really shit motors. They're not. It would have been good if Mazda had just a little bit more time to perfect them. Now I've had my rant out of the way, let's have a look. I just want to point out a really awesome design feature that the general Joe might not notice on these things. So you might not be able to tell it on camera. No, you probably can't. So there's actually two very slight lumps in the roof, just to give you that little bit more headroom for the driver and the passenger, because as you'll see when we get in, the cockpit it's not cramped, but it's well designed and functional. How long have you had this now?
So I've had this for 12 months now.
Enjoy it?
Yeah, I love it for weekends. I couldn't daily drive it. The fuel economy is just dreadful, even in stock form. You'd be lucky to get 400 k's to a tank. So you'd be getting about 18, 20 litres per 100 k's at that rate.
Damn! That hurts. So what made you buy an RX7?
I don't know, it's something that I've had my eye on for a while when I was getting something a bit sportier. Because I was driving an Alfa Romeo for a while there, and I thought, well, it's not really doing it for me as a weekend car.
Right.
It was doing it right as a daily, but I just needed something a bit more fun to take out. And I'd done the Euro thing, done the ADM thing,
Right.
and it was time to get something Japanese. And I just thought, well, you know, what do they have in Japan that's a hero car? What's different? What's special? And yeah, just first thing that came to mind.
So you go from an Alpha that breaks down all the time to a rotary that's known for, I think it's...
Yeah, this one's been alright. This one's been alright. They do get a bad rap, but I think that's mainly from people who, you know, don't know what they're talking about.
Don't look after them. But you got a good one, because it was fresh rebuild, right?
Yep, fresh rebuild. So it was still in the break-in period when I bought it.
Yep.
New turbos, new rear rotor housing, you know, new seals,
Yep.
all the good bits. And yeah, I haven't had any dramas with it, just regular servicing, oil, fuel, coolant, etc, etc.
Hear that, team? Regular servicing. Regular servicing.
Yeah, so every 6 months or 7.5 hour usually is pretty good way to go.
Yeah. So what does an RX7 mean to you? Like, has it been like growing up? Have you like aspired to get an RX7, or is it just something which has come about because of Initial D and all of the Japanese culture?
I did actually watch Initial D only recently before buying it. As a kid, I never really was into cars. Mum and Dad had a Land Rover Discovery, which you know, not the fastest thing, not the coolest thing, but you know, go anywhere. So my first introduction to cars was only through off-roading, but yeah, got into sports cars when I got my license and actually started driving. And yeah, I mean, as far as 90s sports cars go, this is kind of, I'd say it's close to the pinnacle.
Yep. Oh god, yeah. I mean, well, there's this, the 34. I mean, the 86 is an icon, but for a different reason.
Yeah, you got the Supra RS, all that sort of thing.
Yeah, NA1, NA6.
Yeah, all beautiful machines.
NA1, NSX, it's on my list. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, team. We'll get there. Give me like 10 years, maybe 20.
It'll happen.
One day. One day. This is so rad.
You'll see that it's pretty direct. You only turn the wheel a little bit.
Oh wow, the steering rack on this is so tight. Welcome to the RX7. Liam has very, very graciously let me drive this thing. And oh my god. Can absolutely see why it is a Japanese hero car. I've also apologised for the flapping around with that camera. If a car handles good, it flaps more. It's just how you're going to know. So we've just come out of the twisties, and the reason I'm talking to you now is because it drives so good through the twisties. I do not want to talk to you, I just want to enjoy the car. You Japs back in those days, I don't know what you were on, but you built some of the best cars to ever come out of Japan. Oh, just in a corner now, and just the steering is so smooth, so direct, gearbox is nice. You can't really talk down a hero car, and I'm not going to do so today. If it drove shit, I would tell you, you know damn well I would do that, and it drives beautiful. Brakes are good, barely touching them. Oh. There's a reason everyone goes nuts for these cars, and this face right here is why. So that brings us to the end of today's video. If you did like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button, or whatever way it is, you know where it is, you're looking at it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Always great videos coming up. There's some great manufacturer content. I say this every time and I always deliver. I will see you in the next video. Huge thanks to Liam for letting me out in the Hero car. Absolutely sensational to drive, as you've just experienced. Well, as I've just experienced and conveyed to you, hopefully in a manner that you appreciate. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Peace.